This is Dr. Quinlan with Quinlan Chiropractic Clinic from Coppell, Texas, and you're listening to the Dunham Business Radio Show.
Hi there, this is Lori Dunham with Dunham Business Radio. We won the 2019 Gray Bowl Show of the Year. We also got an award for community service, and I can't thank you enough for all of your support. We are on the next level, and we're going higher, and I can't do it without you, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, and stay tuned in.
Live from Arlington, Texas, it's the Dunham Business Radio Show. And here's your host, Lori Dunham.
I am your host, Lori Dunham, back again to welcome you to another fantastic episode. So excited to have you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please ping your friends, let them know we're here. Get ready, put your comments and your questions in the box. Our guest is just so informative, so smart, and ready to help. So tonight's topic is going to be great. If you're a nonprofit organization, if you're a business, which you are because you're tuned in, right? And you're looking for more connections tonight, you want to listen in. This is your way to connect with other business owners, quality people that have an interest in your business, and you can have an interest in theirs. So it's really great. And of course, her co-leader is also here with us. So we're going to talk to them and get that started. But before we do, I want to introduce our international co-host from India, a fan favorite. Love to have her on the show, and she is starting to pick up more and more shows and be more and more visible. So we couldn't be happier to have her. Thank you so much, Roshni, for being here.
Hi, Lori. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you that you called me over here. Thank you so much.
It's always so much fun. And sometimes, I will tell you, folks, sometimes we get in a pickle, right? We have co-hosts that something comes up, and all I have to do is I have to just text Roshni, will you help me? And here she comes. So it's just great. So tonight is one of those nights. I want to just say thank you very much, Roshni, for jumping in, filling out, and very welcome. Last minute. I mean, it's nearly 4 a.m. there, something like that. And here you are. And here you are on the air, and it just means so much. So thank you again.
You're welcome. Always there for you. No problem for that.
As I mentioned, I keep looking at the numbers, not as a obsessive thing, but just as an idea thing. And our numbers are growing every single week. It's just amazing the number of new people who are getting added to this show. And so if you've not yet subscribed to the channel or liked a page or gotten involved or jumped in, please consider doing that now, because the numbers are growing, the audience is growing, the guests and the variety of the topics we're talking about is just as wide and numerous as there are entrepreneurs. As much as you can imagine, we're touching each of those topics. So, we'd love for you to be a part of our family. So please consider doing that. And before we jump in, there's some new folks who have joined the family. And they may not know who you are, Roshni. So can you give a shout out and let everybody know, what do you do over there in India?
Okay, so hi everybody. This is Roshni Thattingan, and I'm from India, Maharashtra, city that is named as Nasik. I'm from that place. And I'm a lean manufacturing consultant, and I'm empaneled under Government of India. Very happily serving all the manufacturing units over here on pan-India level. So since last 7 years, me and my dad, we are having a consultancy firm and happily serving. So just enjoying my business, and plus I'm a Miss India finalist 2020 under the International Glamour Project. So when I win, I'm coming to Miami.
That's right. That's right. I made a promise to Roshni that when she wins and she walks the runway in Miami as a winner of Miss India, I'm going to come down to Miami and I'm going to take her to Chipotle.
Well, I remember when I was in Arlington, half of the time I used to only have Chipotle and the veg burrito bowl.
Yeah, that was the one place she loved going to the most. So that's going to be the place we go. That's going to be great.
Yes.
So super excited to have you back on the show. Thank you again for everything you do to make us successful. Have you read the bio of the guests that are coming on? What do you think?
I have read their bio and I'm excited to hear it from them actually.
Awesome. I'm excited too. This is great. This is going to be so much fun. So let's jump in. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Let's go ahead.
Awesome. Well, okay. Well, today's guest is Sandra Barron. She's the partner of Barron and Associates Financial Services, and she's a licensed insurance agent and a financial planner focusing on small business financial education. She trains entrepreneurs and independent contractors in strategies to maintain a steady financial inflow or management. She is a recipient of the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. It's the highest award granted by Toastmasters International. She's here today with her co-leader, Deidra Kindred of 1 Million Cups, and that's a business connection group whose sole aim is to allow business owners to connect with one another on a common platform. They both have so much to share with us. Please help me welcome our esteemed guests, Sandra Barron and Deidra Kindred, to the show. Welcome.
Woo-hoo. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy to be here.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all coming on. I can't show you both on the screen at the same time, but would love for you to take just 30 seconds. Say hi to everybody so we can see your beautiful face.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Sandra Barron, and I am so excited to be here. I've been nervous all day, but I know that once I start talking about my two passions, I will have plenty to say.
Absolutely. You know, we have a saying around here, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. So
absolutely,
just have fun, and it's just a conversation, and you know your business better than anybody else, and that's where your passion comes from. Like you said, once you settle in and tell us more about it, you're going to be just great, and you're already great. You're doing wonderful.
Thank you.
So Miss Deidra, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm super excited. So my name is Deidra Kindred. I am AKA Thelma. That's Louise over there.
Yes, indeed.
We get in a lot of trouble together.
Yes, we do.
We have great fun together.
Yes, we do.
Great. That's what it's all about.
I'm here to support Sandra, and I love entrepreneurship, and I love 1 Million Cups. So
that's awesome. Well, let's just jump in with Miss Sandra, and Deidra, feel free to jump in and add to the conversation anytime you feel led. But Miss Sandra, tell us a little bit more about Barron and Associates Financial Services. When did you start it, and what is its purpose?
We started 1 million cups. Listen to me.
You're ready.
My husband might not agree with that, but okay. We started our business in 2010, and we are located in Trophy Club, Texas. We help people get out of debt, make sure they are properly protected if in the case that someone passes away. And we also help with retirement. We also can do that for small businesses as well. And we would love to talk to anybody that was interested in what we do. My passion is working with females because women are traditionally the ones who take care of everything, like paying the bills, unless their husband takes it from them, and then they don't have a clue what they do, what the husband does. And if that person was to die, they don't even know where to begin. So my passion is to help them understand that they need to have all the passwords put in one spot where they're able to get to them, have a copy of the will, and if they don't have one, let either Deidra and I know, and we can take care of that problem. If you have children, you need to find out what will happen to the children. You need an idea. You need to know about probate and all those fun things that most people don't even think about. They don't want to think about them because death is not a pleasant subject, but unfortunately, we're all going to do it at some point.
I'm going to live forever. So,
well, I'm trying.
So Sandra, tell me, what are some of the strategies that are different between an individual taking care of their finances, their retirement, their death planning, right? And a small business having to do all that? Is it kind of the same, but on a bigger scale?
Absolutely. The businesses need to invest in their employees. By providing these benefits, it gives their employees a reason to be working, that their employer cares for them, and they're liable to stay at that business a lot longer because of the benefits. But it also is that companies, they have the same issues that people have. So we go in and we do a one-on-one with each individual employee, get them on board, make sure that they're doing the right things. And that way they don't have to worry about, do I need to worry about a will? I can't call at work because I'm busy all day. And so we can help take care of that for them. And it just makes for a better environment for the business. And for the business, they are not having to replace employees because they're providing something that they're happy to stay. Now, they have to also be nice to the people that work for them, or they're going to leave anyway. But there's nothing I can do about that part of it. If they're a jerk, they're just a jerk. But if they're not, and they're a good employer, Deidra, stop laughing at me.
It's all good. We know what you mean.
Yeah. It's just life. Yeah. We all have to deal with everything. I mean, you got to go buy groceries and you have to go put your money in the bank. Why are you not taking care of your financial needs?
Absolutely. Yeah. Is there more significance on the leadership of a company to do these types of planning? Because
yes.
if the key person of the company passes away and there's no one there to automatically grab that baton, so to speak, then all the employees are out of work. Right?
Absolutely.
The company shuts down.
Absolutely. And we can offer key man insurance. And unfortunately, it's called key man. It's not key woman.
Or key person? Like key person?
Key person. There you go. Key person. And what that does is it provides money after the employer dies, and the stockholders or the spouse can take care of it without having to worry about all the employees going away. And they are just relieved because they can pay somebody to come in and take over until they decide what they want to do with the business.
Yeah. So
it just takes a lot of burden off of people if they have this key person insurance.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about how you got involved with 1 Million Cups. I guess you've been over there about 2.5 years now?
Yes, I have. 2.5 years. I started 2.5 years ago, and I was at a meeting at the location where they were holding the meeting, and the person that I was meeting with said, "You need to stick around and just see what 1 Million Cups is all about." And I'm like, okay, not going anywhere. So we went into the meeting, and I was literally mesmerized about what I saw. And it just fit right into my philosophy about entrepreneurship. So I went right that moment and asked Cameron, who was the leader at that time, what do I need to do to become an organizer? I didn't even think twice about it. And he said, let's talk and I'll get you signed up. And I was like, wow, that was easy.
Wow. Like the easy button from Staples, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That was easy.
Absolutely. But the easy part didn't carry over. I found out, and Deidra can attest to the work that we have to put into it during the week, but it is so fulfilling to go every Wednesday morning from 9 to 10 and be there with our entrepreneurs, because we learn something new every time we go. Every entrepreneur has something. It's a difference in business. Even if they're doing the same business, if both of them have an app they're trying to get started, they're always on something different. And we learn so much. And that has been my driving force, is to keep going. And Thelma helps me. We work together to make sure it continues on a smooth basis. And if I can't be there, she is. And if she can't be there, I am. And we have a great organizing team, but it has just been a blessing. And I have grown so much. And my leadership skills have grown so much. We have had some issues that we've had to take care of. I don't have that by myself. I can manage myself fairly well, but now my husband's a different story. But
Well, I think that's standard across the board. All husbands are a little bit, different
Absolutely.
story.
Absolutely. But for the first year, he told everybody he drove Miss Daisy down to the meeting. And he was in the background, but he let me be the one that it was my leadership and my program. And so I was very thankful for that, because I have learned so much. Ms. Deidra, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I like to say something about what is 1 million cups, because a lot of people, when you're out networking, I used to be the network queen.
Yes.
Sandra would volunteer me, or I would volunteer her. We got to go. So 1 Million Cups was founded by the Kauffman Foundation out of Kansas City, Missouri in 2012. And it is a community. It's not a networking event. It is a community event where you can come in front of like-minded people, share your business woes and experiences and problems and issues, and then the community provides feedback. So it's a entrepreneurial community helping other entrepreneurs and business owners be successful with different business ideas or different strategies, or connecting you with someone who you may need in your business and you don't even know yet. And it's about partnerships. Mm-hmm. So I've been an organizer for about 2 years. I came on board right after Sandra. Another friend of mine had been saying, oh, you need to come to 1 Million Cups. You need to come to 1 Million Cups. And it happened to be on Wednesday mornings, it still is, but it was at 9 a.m. And I had a client that I was seeing at 9 a.m. So when that opportunity got freed up, I went to 1 Million Cups, and I was like, Sandra, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. Mm-hmm. People being able to stand in front of other people and say, hey, I'm having issues with marketing strategies. Mm-hmm. Being able to connect that person. Everybody was so not like Shark Tank. So we call ourselves the Dolphin Tank, because we're much nicer and kinder. And 1 Million Cups is not about coming and asking for funding or customers or anything like that. It is about true connections and partnerships. Mm-hmm. And resources and education just to help promote your business. And we love it. We can't help ourselves. I get excited every time.
Yes. Every week we get excited. Now the 1 Million Cups, let me explain what that is. We have 170 plus 1 Million Cups business or chapters that meet every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. and it goes to 10 a.m. Sometimes we go over because we talk, but all those places provide coffee, and we call it the 1 million cups is the trademark, and it's because we all meet at the same time, and entrepreneurs drink tons of coffee. And so
I have a pot brewing right now, as a matter of fact. It's 6 o'clock at night. I got a whole pot, so I'm totally down for coffee.
Yep. So that's the reason it's called 1 million cups.
That's a brilliant name, actually, because you wouldn't think, you think about it, even I have a networking group, a group on Facebook, Dunham Business Alliance. So you think, business is in the title, referral or market or something like that. Who would have ever thought 1 million cups is a business connection group? And
Exactly.
It's genius, because there is. Business has done over 1 million cups of coffee. And
Absolutely.
what's really, really great too is in the United States, it's known as 1 million cups, but
Right.
internationally it's called the Startup Hustle.
Huddle.
That's such a cool name too. Like, who comes up with your creative branding?
Well, out of the Kauffman Foundation, we get information from them, and it was named 1 million cups. But we've had a really good, it's been good for us because we've had a model that we could model ours after, and that was Cameron Cushman, he actually worked at the Kauffman Foundation and helped them to create 1 million cups. And he just has the best of all because he knows how to do it. And so we followed right in his footsteps. And bless his heart, every time something happens, we're on the phone with him. Cameron, we need help. And he does a fabulous job helping us. He's moved on to, his work really took off at the UNT Health Science Center. So he turned it over to us, and we've had big shoes to fill, but I think we've done fairly well with it. And we love what we do. We love connecting with people, love connecting others together so that they can go and have a cup of coffee afterwards. The other thing that we tell people is we do not do pitches. A pitch is when you are asking for something. It could be money, it could be customers, it could be something. We do presentations. They are allowed, the entrepreneur is allowed 6 minutes to do a presentation. Then there's 20 minutes of question and answers from the audience. And we are amazed at the questions that come because people just have no idea what we are. We are the best kept secret in Tarrant County. That's what I tell everybody. So
not for long. You're on the show now.
Yeah. and we're always looking for entrepreneurs that want to come before community. I may get shot by the Shark Tank people, but my heart goes out to those entrepreneurs that are going because they are like getting on to them really heavily sometimes. And
they're killer sharks.
It takes courage to get up in front of a bunch of strangers in the first place.
It does.
But with the 1 million cups community, what we pride ourselves in at the Fort Worth one, we want to make you feel welcome. All of them want to make you feel welcome, but each community has its own culture and different personality. But the overall culture that Kauffman tries to get across is a safe environment.
Yes.
A welcoming environment, a helping environment, an educational environment. So that's why we are just so in love with it, because not only for my businesses have I been able to just grow and expand with mindset and connections, it's been amazingly just a great experience.
Yes.
So we're always looking for like-minded individuals that want to come and attend 1 million cups event. Now we're on Zoom because of COVID, because COVID has made, I don't know anybody who has not been affected some way, shape, or form by COVID, but now we've gone online. So we're still online every Wednesday morning.
And I will tell you this, I went to my first 1 million cups, and just interacting with the people who were there, already had 2 guests come on the show. And that's, what I'm here to do is to connect them and give them their voice and a platform. And so just being there, and then I reached out to them. They said, yes, I've already had them on the show. It's pretty amazing.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, I still drink my coffee during the 1 Million Cups Zoom presentation. So
Awesome.
I have my coffee cup right here. See?
Yeah, there you go. Well, I should have brought one of our 1 million cups. It's an orange cup with a 1 million cups logo on it. And when we were in-person meetings, we were giving those to each entrepreneur that came in, because like Deidra said, it requires a lot of fortitude, a lot of guts to come and stand in front of 20 to 30 people that you've never met and talk about your business. Because we all know our business, each entrepreneur is their baby. So they don't want everybody to tear it down. And that's why Kauffman Foundation wants us to lower the barriers for all entrepreneurs to be able to talk about their business and educate others on their business. We also provide some educational processing on our meeting. In fact, this week on August the 5th, Wednesday, we're having a young man who's going to be telling us all about processes. And if even Roshini can come if she wants to be up that time of day.
I would love to. I would love to.
Actually, that'd be what, 7 o'clock at night for you, Roshni?
Oh, that's fine. Evening for me. I can come in.
We'll send you a link so you can.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, we'd love to have you. We've had one person from St. Lucia. She's been there off and on. She's very quiet. She doesn't interrupt, but she's there. And we're hoping that with her coming, she'll have a good idea. And on Global Entrepreneurship Week, which is in November,
oh wow,
we can have her speak and then reciprocate to her people. And so we could also do that with you, Miss Roshini. That would be an awesome thing to have you.
I would love to. I would love to come. Thank you so much.
That's outstanding. Yeah, because it's all about connection, right? And
absolutely
around the world, and
True.
Of course, we're connecting via Zoom, so the world is getting smaller and smaller. And
absolutely.
do you find that a lot of people like the idea of the Zoom connection, or do they want a hybrid after all this COVID madness is over?
Well, I was going to say something about that too, because when COVID first hit, we were like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? We want to make sure people remain safe and comfortable. And lots of times when we met in person, it was a small, cozy, I wouldn't say, cozy enough room that could accommodate maybe 60 people or so, but you had your coffee and, but once we started going on the Zoom platform, we realized, hey, we are broadening our audience. We're expanding our territory. Now, the reason I say this and go to that point is because many business owners were like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? Now, me as a business owner, it's forced me more so to get out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
And for my business, if 1 Million Cups can do it and go via Zoom, then I can go and expand in a more wide base.
Right.
So it's helped, because a lot of people will say, oh, I don't want to drive all the way over there to that side of town in the morning. Oh, I'm having a hard time because I got to get the kids to school or whatever. Well, now we're via Zoom. So our attendance is starting to creep up even more as we spread the word.
Yes.
So it's been great.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll go back to the physical meeting maybe once a month, or drop Zoom altogether later?
No. We've already talked about that between us. We're not going to drop Zoom, because we had one of our entrepreneurs that spoke was in Chicago.
Yep.
Another one was in Florida.
Right.
And what happens is they can go to any 1 Million Cups across the United States.
Yep.
They're all listed. All they have to do is click on that, put in their application, and wait to be approved or not. So it has really opened up their horizons as well by allowing them to move further out into the United States and the world.
Yeah,
True.
Because we are a global. And so we don't know who we're going to meet next, which is really exciting because we love connecting with people and connecting people. So
if somebody wanted to attend a meeting just as a participant, not as a presenter, is there a separate site to go to versus being a presenter, or they go to the same spot to get that information?
There is a separate place. We send out a newsletter every Monday. I try to get it out on Monday, and it has a link where they can actually click on it and register. And then we put them in. We're in a webinar type meeting right now because there were so many Zoom bombers that we were afraid they would do that to us and mess up our meetings. We didn't need any help with that. We can do that ourselves. As you around me more, you'll understand that when it comes up, it comes out here.
That's all right. That's what makes this show so fun.
I love her.
Yes.
I'm actually enjoying her conversation. I'm just listening to her. I'm not talking at all in between.
So Roshni, jump in anytime, you know.
Absolutely.
I'm just enjoying listening to Miss Sandra.
So yes, if people are interested, we also post the link on our Facebook page, which is 1 Million Cups Fort Worth, and they can click on that and register, and we'd love to have them. And as I say in my newsletter, we can't serve you coffee right now, but bring your own drink, whatever it is you drink, coffee, tea, soda, whatever it is.
Vodka.
Vodka, yeah. It's a little early for vodka unless you're receiving.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. You don't have vodka for breakfast. Come on now.
Orange juice. It's keep you put in orange juice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, orange juice.
Well, it depends on what time your day begins.
That's
Those
right.
4 nights.
Or ends.
Or
Not
For me, it will be evening.
Yes.
But if I come onto the show, for me, it will be evening. I can get something else
You
for
can
me.
have whatever you want to drink.
That's right. That's why we don't judge, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
We don't judge.
And we are not the Zoom Nazis. We don't care. As long as it's quiet and ask questions when it's appropriate, we're good to go.
I want to talk about something you mentioned a little while ago about getting in front of the room and get in front of sharks. I have a saying that I picked up that I created at the top of my head years ago, and that was that I don't mind swimming with the sharks because I kind of am one, but I will not swim with piranha.
There you go.
Oh, there
I
you
love
go.
that.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Awesome.
and those you can define a piranha any old way. All you know is you get eaten to
Absolutely.
the bone. You know,
That's
So,
right. Yes.
That's
at least if a shark bites you, it's just one big bite and you're done. You know, you don't get nibbled to death.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
I
God.
like that. We don't swim with piranhas, no.
That's right. I swim with sharks every day, all day long, but
That's
I will
right.
not. I refuse to swim with piranha.
Absolutely.
Right.
We don't let them in our pool either.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're going to take a quick break and allow the sponsors to say hello to everybody. And while we're gone, I'm encouraging you to please ping your friends. Let them know that we are here. Put your comments in the box and let our guests answer those questions for you. And if we, by chance, laugh our way all the way through this and we don't have a chance to answer your questions, don't worry, because Sandra and Deidra are going to be monitoring that box over the next couple of days, and they're going to answer your questions for you. So it doesn't matter. Just put your questions in there, and let's find out how we can help you. And when we come back, I want to talk about forming a group, the challenges and the successes of forming a group. And if you have an idea of maybe you wanted to join a group or form a group of your own, what are some common steps of preparation and challenges for that. So, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this, and we'll start that conversation.
This is Jessica Anderson with Faith Forward Nurse Aid Training Academy, and you are listening to Dunham Business Radio.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello guys, I'm Uthman from Morocco. You are listening to the Dunham Business Radio show.
How many times have you put off a project and end up cursing yourself for waiting until the last minute? My name is Dawn Shannon, and I work with highly motivated procrastinators. If you're tired of putting those projects on the back burner and want to finally get them off your to-do list, head on over to my website, jovistrategies.com. That's JOVI strategies.com, where you can download my free 30 Days to Done worksheet to learn how to get more done in 30 days than most people do in 90. No, really, do it now.
You're listening to the Dunham Business Radio Show. I am your host, Lori Dunham, and we're having a great conversation. So super funny. Sandra, Barron, and Deidra Kindred, they are here telling us all about 1 Million Cups, and it is a business connection group. Very, very helpful for entrepreneurs who have ideas of what they are wanting to do with their business or what they've started with their business, or just to get some feedback from a safe platform. So super excited to learn more about that. We're going to jump in and talk to them a little bit more, but Roshni, she's here with us from India. So what are you picking up on this so far?
You know, one thing I've just realized while having this entire conversation is like we all need this kind of platform everywhere where entrepreneurs can come and talk and actually express themselves and can even learn. Because what happens most of the times is, like, you know, we feel we are all alone and we think like, you know, there are certain answers we don't get, but at least because of this platform, you know, a lot of horizon gets opened up. And I feel that's really commendable, the kind of job they all are doing.
Yeah, you know, I think about it, you know, when you start a business, you know, it's your idea, right? It's an inspiration that you have. Sure. And then you get it started and you get momentum and you get excited. And who are the first people you go to and ask for advice? Friends and family. Well, friends and family aren't necessarily entrepreneurial, and they don't have the vision of what you have. They may not have ever been in a business other than being an employee. They don't get it, right? So to have a platform, a safe environment where you can say, okay, this is what I'm doing, or this is what I've been doing, and now I'm ready to either start or I'm ready to go to the next level, and I need some good, honest feedback. Here's what I do. What do you think? And man, that feedback it could definitely put your business on another platform.
It's so important to get like-minded people together.
Yes.
So even if you like kind of fail or anything of that sort happens, you know how to get yourself up because there are people who are going to support you.
That's exactly right.
Nothing called as a failure at the end then. Because if you're in that small group where you're like, oh, I'm not able to make it, the people, the friends and the relatives are going to think, oh my God, you really can't make this happen. But when you have other entrepreneurs, of course, they're going to push you and they're going to give you much more clarity. And that's why these platforms are so much required.
I like what you said there, the clarity for sure. I mean, that's, wouldn't you agree, Sandra, that that's really the bottom line? That's what 1 Million Cups provides, is clarity of purpose, clarity of process, clarity of message, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
It helps them to narrow down what it is they really want to do and help them to go to the next level. Or maybe they need to find out that doesn't work this way, but we can give you some ideas on what might make it work. Because when you're an entrepreneur, it's just either you or maybe your spouse and you. And between the two of you, there's not many ideas that you can pass back and forth. But when you're in a room with 35 like-minded people,
right,
there's going to be somebody that has had that problem and that can help you. And that's what we look forward to doing with people, is connecting them with someone who might be able to take care of that problem for them, or even point them to the right person. I oftentimes say, I may not know the answer, but I can find somebody who can give me the answer and connect you. And that's what it's all about, making those connections to help you. One of the things that we also have started doing is we have people that entrepreneurs that come in with their businesses. And I know over 50% of these companies are not going to be there after the first year because it's hard. It's not something you say, oh yeah, I'm going to start a business and then we become McDonald's with all these branches everywhere. That doesn't work. You've got to really plan it. But we are having, in 2 weeks, on August the 19th, we're having a young man who has taken his business to the successful part, and he's getting ready to expand and offer jobs to a lot of people in the Fort Worth area. And it doesn't even have to be in the Fort Worth area. It could be anywhere, because it's all done on the computer and Zoom. So we're trying to get some people in that have really been successful so they can talk about the journey, because the journey from 1 to 5 years is different than it is on after they have many other years of things that happen. Because, it's just, you may have money problems here, but you make enough money over here that you can hire people and bring them on. It helps our economy. Everybody should think about owning a business. But as Roshani said, not everybody is made to own a business. Sure. But every entrepreneur needs to have, I believe I remember from my college days, 7 sources of income.
Yep. And
Deidre's well on her way to get that. Even it's all about the residual income that comes in when you're ready to retire or to sell your business. You need to be making all these plans starting back here, and it gives you something to shoot for. Have your goals, work on your business plan, do your goals again, because they change, and continue on with it. We also have started partnering with, like, the Business Assistance Center. They are part of the small business development. And also we are meeting with SCORE to help their people, because a lot of people don't realize that making a presentation is totally different than a pitch, as I said earlier. But there are things that we can help them by just tweaking a little bit with their presentation, that it makes more sense to people. And that's where my background in Toastmasters comes in handy. And Deidra and I have been very successful in having people come in the business plan competition. We followed their plan, which was 3 minutes, no background or anything. They had to do it standing up in a stage and just talking for 3 minutes and have the judges judge them. We had 5 people one time that presented on 1 Million Cups, and we kept getting people going, how in the world did you do that? Well, we followed theirs. We moved it down to the 3 minutes. I mean, we have an hour, so we can calculate what we need and move on. But we are meeting with people, talking with people about having others come in that we can collaborate with and offer help with their people.
Sandra, you just said one of my favorite words, is collaboration,
Yeah.
because that's what we're all about. At 1 Million Cups, it's not about come and I'll do your 30-second commercial and you're going to sell to people who are in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to sell to people who are in the room, first of
Right.
all, but we are resource connector
Yes.
providers. So we like to partner with SCORE and the SBDC. We've had Lift Fund come and speak. We've had People Fund come and speak. We had the Better Business Bureau come and speak. We are partnered with SparkYard.co, which is a wonderful platform for entrepreneurs to go and find resources, because I feel like my first business, you go out there and you're just like, I can do it all, but you are doing it all. You are accounting, you are marketing, you are janitorial, you are everything, right? And you need help. You can't do it alone.
Right.
You have to get those resource partners and those people who love to do something that you don't want to do. And 1 Million Cups has brought along an avenue to make sure you build those relationships. And when I say building relationships, and I get on my high horse about this one, networking. It's not about, oh, I'm going to sell you in the room. Networking is about building those relationships, having those sit downs with people, finding out who they are, what do they do, building that cohesive, honest, transparent, open relationship, because I want to know who you know so I can connect you with who I know.
Exactly.
And that's the way we support one another. And we've had some bad stories.
Yeah.
Some experiences, but it's been fun. I got my Thelma over there.
Yeah, I'm really glad you bring that up, because, you know, groups are, they're challenged to get started, you know, regardless of what kind of group it is, whether it's a business connection group or just a group that talks about baking. You know, I mean, when you get people together, there's a concept called groupthink. And, you know, it's when you offer an idea to a group, if everyone else in the group thinks it's dumb, they're going to think you're dumb. You know, it's because everybody else thinks it and they don't think for themselves. So that's one challenge. There's other challenges. So what are some of the challenges you guys had in taking over 1 Million Cups and keeping it going strong for 2.5 years and even further from here?
Well, one of the things that has happened is we have some people who come that are very abrasive. And during one of our sessions at 1 Million Cups, we had one person almost verbally, well, he did verbally attack the speaker. And it happened so quickly that everybody was like, what just happened? But we had to deal with it because we do not allow that in our environment. We are totally open. We want everybody, every color. I don't care if you're green, polka dotted, yellow. You're welcome in our group as long as you behave and follow the environment of our group. And once a month, or once a quarter, I guess, we do what we call our environment, that you will be kind, you will not talk down to someone, and you will just treat them the way you would like to be treated if you were standing up there talking. Because between Deidra and I, we can take you off that stage. We can stop you from being on Zoom, and we're happy to do so. And in fact, we told our audience that they were welcome. If if it ever happened again, they were welcome to stop it, because but unless it's happening so fast, you don't know what's going on. But she was devastated. She left our venue bawling. And so Deidra and I had to get on the phone and talk to her and make sure, tell her that was not the way we do things. We apologized, and we had a talk with him, and he hasn't been back since. But you know what? That's okay. If you can't abide by the rules of 1 million cups, and we didn't make these rules, we just enforce them, that's okay. If you don't come back, we're okay with it.
Yeah, there's other groups out there that allow you to badger people, so go join them.
Go join
Absolutely.
them. Watch Shark
That's
Tank.
right.
And the other thing, if anybody wanted to start in a group such as this, first of all, Kaufman Foundation leads the stage. You have to go through the Kaufman Foundation, put in an application. But before I would even do that, if it were me, Sandra and I were very lucky because the group was already pretty much established. We just had to follow in some big footsteps. So the Kaufman Foundation has guidelines of how to start a group in your community. And 1 Million Cups does not belong to a chamber or a business center or anything like that. It belongs to the community, meaning that they really want you to diversify, inclusion, all that is about what it's about. So you look for other like-minded individuals who want to be organizers in your community. They don't have to have a certain title. All they have to do is be a business owner or entrepreneur and love entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Not to come in and sell their products or services. I say that again because we got stories there, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Like Sandra does Primerica, I do Legal Shield. It's not about me coming in and saying, oh, everybody in here needs to buy my services. They may not need that yet, right? So it's about entrepreneurs helping other entrepreneurs. So finding at least, after you contact the Kaufman Foundation, find at least those four like-minded individuals that want to come together, because it does take work. It's not about anybody that knows about event. You have certain roles and everything, and then when you're conducting business and you can't be there, the show still must go on, right? So you have to have, what do you call them, understudies, to be able to step in. So everybody it's about building that team of that core culture that everybody wants to help in some shape or form. And that's what it's about. It's not about coming and just getting referrals and leaving.
Yes.
So there's some groups that will be formed that are exclusive in the industry. Like one person can represent an industry, and you can't have two people who are realtors, for example, or two people who are whatever, because they see that as a conflict. There's not enough referrals to go around or something like that. And then there's other groups that actually charge a membership fee to be a part of it for a long term, or they have membership dues to be members of the group. Is 1 Million Cups structured in that way? What can people expect if they want to participate on a long-term basis?
There are no fees for them to come. There are no contracts to sign. Just come. Tune in on Zoom. Come to the meeting, listen, and ask questions and give constructive feedback when it's that time. That's all we ask. If they want to present, fill out an application. We will review it. We'll talk to you, and then we'll put you right in or say, no, it doesn't fit our model. So we've had people who come every week and are faithful. We have some who drop in when they can because they're running businesses, and on Wednesday mornings they have businesses to run. And we're fortunate that we can take time out to be the presenters, the MCs, if you will, of 1 Million Cups. And we love it, or we would have quit a long time ago.
That's the key right there. You got to love what you do.
Absolutely. As I told you, there's two things I'm passionate about, and that's 1 Million Cups and helping women with their finances and helping them get squared away.
1 million cups and $1 million.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there are no strings attached for people to come. We don't ask them to do anything unless they want to be an organizer, and then we sit down with them and we find out if they really want to be an organizer or they just want to pretend to be an organizer.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there's a button. Because when we first were organizers, it was one time, Sandra and I were doing it all alone. I mean, it was a time that like, oh my goodness, people just don't understand. This is all volunteer. The organizers do not get paid any money. How I get paid is through leadership skills, personal development, building relationships. And it's a labor of love.
It is.
And you have to find that balance to run your businesses and everything else. But we look for organizers to come and join the team that have that same spirit. You know, they have that same spirit of wanting to help someone else.
Yeah.
Maybe you've made it to the point of success that you define for yourself. So why not have that over to someone else? And Laura, you hit on something really neat about other organizations only having one industry or one type of business in there. So 1 Million Cups is all about know your competition, because that's one of the things that we ask you to put in your presentation. Now that we're talking about competition, because I brought it up, your competitors, if you don't have any, something's wrong. Right? And you can't handle all the world by yourself.
Right.
So sometimes there's a lot of times you can partner with your competitors because it's supposed to be about the client or the customer.
Absolutely.
Right? So if your services or products don't fit, there's always ways in my mind that you can collaborate some way, somehow with your competitors. You know, and that says a lot about you and your business. So
it does.
At 1MC, we've had several marketers in the room, business coaches in the audience, not presenting. We've had several people who build websites. So when you come and you present, you have gaps. So we're able to connect you with other entrepreneurial incubator program, you know, just the sky's the limit. So we're super excited to be on the show today because you are the exact type of resource partner that we relish.
Yes.
And you know, what's interesting, that's what the show is all about. I mean, that's what was in my mind when we started the show, January of 2019, was to have a platform to allow people to share about their product and service, but also about their entrepreneurial journey, and then make those connections. As guests come on and say what their needs are, I've met so many people in my network. I've done over 100 interviews up to this point, and there's hundreds more to come that, you know, I meet these people. I know what their business models are. I know what their products are. And another guest comes on and says, gosh, you know, I could really use somebody who does X. I'm like, I know a guy who does X, you know, I got a guy, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what it's all about for us. But let me ask you, if I understand right, in 1 Million Cups, there's a difference between a presenter and an educator. Is that true? So can you define those two different roles, and how can somebody be one or the other?
Well, an educator, when we talk to them, we specifically tell them, we want an educational program from you about XYZ. A presenter talks about their whole business, and they don't talk about, I can do this, this, or this. They talk about their whole business from the inception to 5 years. We only have people that are less than 5 years old, businesses less than 5 years old, unless they add new something that they're doing. They're adding a television station to their radio station. And then we would have them come in and talk about the the television station and how to combine it. So that's the difference we see as being an educator and a presenter.
Excellent. So if somebody wanted to participate, watch the presentation on Wednesday mornings at 9 o'clock, they just go to your Facebook page and get the Zoom link there.
Yes.
And if they want to present, then they'd go to your website, enter an application. And what's your website address?
Actually, it's the number 1 millioncups.com/FW to put in an application to present.
Okay.
That's why we work together.
Hey, it's
one
a team
doesn't have
effort.
the answer, the other one does.
Yeah, it's a team effort around here for sure.
Yes,
So,
yes, it is.
so, ladies, I want to thank you so much for coming on. And before we go, we always ask our guests to give a wisdom nugget out to our audience. Our audience is 98% entrepreneurial. They either have a job and a dream of being an entrepreneur, or they have a job and a side hustle, or they've taken that leap and they're actually entrepreneurial in some form or fashion. So I would like to ask each of you, take about 30 seconds, give a wisdom nugget out to our audience.
Nugget would be, just remember you can't do it by yourself. It takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a whole team of people, of like-minded people, to start a successful business.
She stole my nuggets. No,
because they're made of gold, right? I mean, she's nuggets, yeah.
My nugget would be to build relationships.
Yes.
True, authentic relationships. Don't sit down with someone and say, oh, I have the latest and greatest before you get to know them, who they are. I'm so serious about this. I know plenty of people. God has blessed me with that. So don't sell someone right off the bat.
Exactly.
That's
You
right.
want to sell to who they know, like, and trust. But first of all, you got to gain that like and trust.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's a saying that nobody cares what you know until they know how much
you care.
Absolutely. That is so true.
Yeah.
If
Well,
they
ladies,
feel
thank
like
you again for coming on. I really enjoyed the conversation. It was so much fun. You guys are great. I go to the 1 Million Cups presentation on Wednesdays. Just learned about the group, and it's in my calendar. Like, I'm already there. So
awesome.
And I'm actually bringing a guest every time.
Awesome.
So very, very much. And I might even just send the link to Roshni. Maybe she can join and just participate, just kind of see from the USA perspective and see how it's like. Because side hustle or startup hustle internationally, it probably follows the same format, but just the name is different. So the concept of having a good, trusted, safe group transcends all industries, all counties, cities, states, and it just is good mutual ground for entrepreneurs. So, Roshni, anything you'd like to say to Deidra and Sandra before we sign off?
I just would like to thank them. Actually, I got a lot of information, and that's it. Thank you so much.
She's amazing co-host. She's taking it all in today. So really appreciate you, Roshni. Thank you so much for coming. Deidra, Sandra, once again, thank you for making the show as fabulous as it is.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
So if you would like to be a guest on the show, feel free to send us your information in an email to DunhamBusinessRadio@gmail.com. If you have questions for Deidra and Sandra, go ahead, drop them in the box. They're going to be looking out over the box over the next couple of days. They would love to engage with you. And when you get time, Wednesday, 9 o'clock around the world, you can join any one of these 1 Million Cups or the Startup Hustles and get engaged. I mean, like they said, you cannot do it alone. You need relationships and you need each other. And so with that, one final note, announcement. needing each other, helping each other. If you're a nonprofit organization and you're looking for a way to raise funds during this very challenging time, you can't fundraise the way you're used to. You can't sell products door to door or manage the products deliveries right now. Digital download is actually the safest way to raise money right now. And so we put our heads together and we thought, what can we do to help nonprofits in our area and around the world, actually, because it is a digital download. It's available everywhere. So as a nonprofit organization, if you're looking for a way, we reformatted my book, Start Your Own Amazon Store Without Getting Hurt. If you know somebody who's starting a store, or, even if you just want to support a nonprofit, go to the website, startamazonstore.com, and every book downloaded will receive, the nonprofit organization of your choice will receive 20%. So that's our way of just helping out, letting everyone know that we're here for you, okay? And so please share that link with all of your followers. Let everyone know it's available internationally, and you can name your nonprofit organization to get that 20%. So let's download the book like crazy. Let's make the internet work for it. So once again, you want to be a guest on the show, just send us your information. You can reach out to us, DunhamBusinessRadio@gmail.com. Love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for all that you do to make us successful. And spread the word, share this video, drop your comments, stay engaged. We love you, appreciate you. Thank you so much. And until next week, everybody, stay on top of the world.
Thanks for listening to the Dunham Business Radio Show. Be sure to follow us at Dunham Business Radio and check out DunhamBusinessRadio.com for more info.
I'm on top of the world, now I'm living, and the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah.